Morning, church. Most of us have encountered deep hurt in our lives, often, obviously, inflicted by someone else, and we struggle to forgive, believing that we're the victims and that they don't deserve our forgiveness. But the fact is, the Bible teaches us that we should strive to forgive, not because the other person deserves it, but because we want to demonstrate God's grace. Romans 12 says, don't take revenge. It says, leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, it's mine to avenge, I will repay. But what does this mean? What does it mean for us? It means that we should forgive in spite of the offense done against us, because we understand that true vengeance will ultimately be God's alone to do. And even Jesus, dying on the cross, he says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing, as they're driving the stakes through his hands. And you know what? It's not so much a challenge to forget the wrongs done against us, but we have to have honest conversations about what happened. It falls on us to forgive in our hearts what has been done. And once we begin to forgive, we can experience God's grace and a sense of freedom like never before. Paul wrote in Colossians 3:13, forgive as the Lord forgave you. By extending this same grace to others, we become better reflections of him in this world. And forgiveness doesn't mean that there's no consequences for bad behavior, but it just means denying our own desires for revenge. And instead of acting on our vengeance, we can act as God's conduit of grace. And you can begin to experience God's grace in your life greater today as you extend that same grace to someone else. God bless you today. Pray for healing and peace in your heart. Be blessed and be a blessing. Amen.